the whole Storm record thing, it was like I even at one point believed that, based on how much work I had been putting into Storm Records, not even WFA, but Storm Records, that I deserved some equity in Storm Records. You know, that was just how I felt, because not only was I on some administrative, I was also an artist. I was, for lack of, if I'm not being humble and I'm just being
What was
straight
your
up real,
contract with Storm Records?
I didn't have a
Let us start
contract,
there.
which is what I didn't have a contract, which is what I'm trying to get to.
Why
I'm giving you
didn't
all
you
this.
get a
I'm giving you
contract?
all this meat. I'm giving you all this meat so that you understand. The first contract that was presented to me was an artist being signed to Storm Records, which was not our original discussion or our original agreement. Our original agreement was supposed to be WFA Storm Records. Bro, see t-shirts, WFA Storm Records. You see them now? Okay. So it was supposed to be a joint venture. It wasn't supposed to be no Ikechukwu signed as an artist to Storm Records. Why I go sign as artist when for all intents and purposes, I get my own artist. I get my own label. Why I go now sign to, you understand? But yeah, so they brought me the contract twice. The second time the contract was the exact same contract they brought to me in 2006. So I took time out at Obi Asika's house, which was where I was staying at the time, on the dining table in the main building, and used yellow marker to make changes in the contract, page after page after page. And I handed it back to him and I said, yo, if these changes can be made, we good to go. Yeah, Franklin Spice, yeah. I said, if these changes are made, we're good to go. And I never got a contract again. And don't forget, that was the end of 2007 that happened. Now, I dropped Like You, I dropped Wind I'm Well, you understand?
Wind I'm Well was produced by Don Jazzy, if I remember.
That's correct. And
so
Don Jazzy was on the
just gave
record.
you that song. There was no contract between you and Jazzy.
No, producer and artist now. You don't forget, say I did rain that time. And I was growing. Yeah, so we were like a fam. You get me? Like me and Jazzy, actually, fun fact. Wind I'm Well originally was Ikechukwu featuring Don Jazzy. I went home and came back to Omole, and it was Ikechukwu featuring Don Jazzy and the band. The original track was, you know how for my third album, right, I get Critical featuring the band, then I get another Jam. Now is the time featuring Don Jazzy. That was how that Jam was supposed to be, but then apparently Banga heard it, you know what I'm saying, and he was like, nothing for you people, I must stay on top of this track. So that's how Wind and Well happened. Brought it to Obi's house. Another fun fact, when it was just Don Jazzy and I on the track, and I played it for Obi Asika, he said, yeah, man, this EDM house music stuff is not going to work in Nigeria. It's not. We got to... The same thing he said about My Name is Ikechukwu. Told me My Name is Ikechukwu would not work in Nigeria. So do you know what I did to My Name is Ikechukwu? My Name is Ikechukwu's original version only had 2 verses. Okay. When Obi was telling me that My Name is Ikechukwu won't work, I knew it would work. It's the reason I recorded the song. I went back and I put a 3rd verse on it. And do you know what I added in that 3rd verse? Obi Asika, Asikangwagi, Imena. Oh my God, Kills, this is a hit. Kills, this is a hit. Kills, this is a hit, Kills.
I definitely want to hear from Obi Asika to hear his own side of the story.
I would love to hear this side of the story too. In fact, I would love to be present when he's telling his side of the story, so that no mago go day. You get me? Because bro, I'm a grown ass man. I was a grown ass man when I met him, and I was when I was 18 years ago. God.
Calm down with the swearing. So let's talk about what now transpired. How did you now move from
Storm Records was moving
Storm
mad.
Records.
Storm Records was moving mad. Let's keep it real. Storm Records was moving mad, right? They had messed up their situation with Dari before me,
Oh,
right?
Dari was on Storm Records.
Eh? Who they signed before
This
me
happened
now?
so many years ago. I don't even know what's going on again.
But Dari, I believe Dari won Project Fame and was from Project Fame that he kicked it with into I'm not high, guys. I'm tired. I've been jet lagged. I left Nigeria Tuesday last week, flew to London, 7 hour layover in London, flew to LA for a film festival. I stayed in LA for 4 hours, for 4 days, sorry, and then flew back to Maryland. Sorry, I flew from London to Maryland. Following morning, I got on a plane and flew to LA for 4 days and then flew back to Maryland day before yesterday. I don't know, sleep, jet lag, everything was inside my body. See my eye. I wish I was high. That's why I'm drinking this wine. I saw a few people saying it. That's why I had to address that. But
elaborate on it.
yeah,
Elaborate
I mean,
on
everybody knows that. I don't hide that I smoke, but I'm not high right now. I'm quite sober.
So let's talk a little bit about MOHITS.
Mm.
I thought you were more with MOHITS than with Storm Records at a point because your hits were coming from
Everybody
MOHITS.
thought that. Everybody thought that. I mean,
then about first time I saw you perform Ikechukwu, you came in the company of the band and performed after the band or with the band. It was some show at ShopRite.
Channel O?
I don't remember. It was some show at, and the band was there. Jazzy was there, and
Yeah. And I was in my t-shirt and my tank top, and I ripped my tank top and jumped into the crowd, and I was I remember that one. Yeah. That was the first time you seen me.
No, that was the first time I saw you perform. I knew you.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I saw you. So I felt there was a huge affiliation with
MOHITS. There was.
Just like I felt with Dr. Sid too. Because Dr. Sid was also, only for me to find out later that Dr. Sid was a part of MOHITS and you were a part of Storm Records.
Yeah.
Now
that day I even have footage from that day that's gonna pop up in my documentary with Dr. Sid and Mode 9.
Let's talk about Storm Records. It couldn't
No, you asked the question. Let me answer that question. MOHITS and I seemed like a family because we were, to a certain degree. I mean, to my own detriment at some point, yes. I mean, even NATO used to warn me about this stuff a lot back then. But I was doing some Yankee love, you know what I'm saying? Brotherlies, blood in, blood out, ride or die. That's my nigga. Not what was reciprocated back to, to a certain degree. Over time, Storm Records was where I always was as far as labels were concerned. I was never, ever in any situation or condition or manner signed to MOHITS. Now, there was a time that, during the process of leaving Storm Records, I was given the cushion, the mental cushion by Don Jazzy and the band that, hey, F them dudes over there if they're going to keep devaluing you. Your brothers over here got you. Let's ride. And with that, I went as far as even printing up CDs that was WFA MOHITS collaboration. If you remember, when I print, you go get them, self. You supposed get them because I know say I can't see you. That time when I did do my critical all on me, now is the time promo. I print those 3 songs on top one CD, and I can't date for the front of the CD. The whole WFA inside his hand and MOHITS inside his hand like this. Now the print with that open stomach, everything. I can't be like Libra sign because I be Libra be October. You understand? So I can't be like saying I can't give balance to something. I might be like saying that cover. discourage them to do this. I feel like saying that cover. Because when we now sat down in Jazzy's room, it told me that I would have to sign to MOHITS as an artist. And not only would I have to sign to MOHITS as an artist, but there's a roster ahead of me. Let that sink in.
There's a roster ahead of you, as in who are the people ahead of you?
The Prince, one they called Dr. Sid, K-Switch, MOHITS, bro. So I had to, you know, and to be fair, they had their roster, you know, but I didn't think that, you know, I would be made to. I'm already an
Because
established artist. I got hits.
And close to the
No, no,
band,
no, no, no. Forget that. Forget the relationship. Forget the relationship. It wasn't even about the relationship. It was more about standing on business. And I looked at it like, we they collect the same money when they book us. So I get hits. So these people where they talk say they on roster before me. Some of them never even drop one single. Oh, now they say make I go sit down. But yeah, guess what? After I finished the fight with Storm Records and I left Storm Records, I didn't really have no option because I got blacklisted, right? Heavily. I got blacklisted. So it was like the only option I had was MOHITS and Sunday Are. And Sunday Are, for all intents and purposes, was supposed to be managing me. But what ended up happening was I ended up being like a sweetener for the band deals, where they will just package me inside the deal. You know, we'll give you Ikechukwu for free type stuff, you know. And believe it or not, Banga is gonna hate this when I say this, but you know, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. When we used to go on the road, they go pay Banga money. Banga go do like say they do me favor when they give me, make a call them.
How much?
Back then, me that I used to book like 1.5, 1.5, 2, 50K. He increased it one time after we don't fight. As I say, increase and say, talk to mommy, everything's okay. We will increase on to 150.
To mommy, who's mommy?
His mom.
His mom was part of the record label?
Spiritually, yeah.
Spiritually, how?
For a long time, ask Jazzy now, for a long time, they know they make decision without Momsy giving the okay. For a very long time.
To be honest, I'm finding this amazing. What we heard one day was you and the band got into a fisticuff, and
another one. Fun fact, another one that never happened. You don't forget say I be the band bodyguard through his whole career. You don't forget. Person no fit touch with the band because of me. I finish up. You mad? That's how brotherly love used to roll. That's how brotherly love used to roll. Gotta understand. Ask anybody in the industry. I wish you had Peter. I wish you had Paul still here. Ask him. He could tell you now. Everybody knew that you couldn't come near them.
How did you and MOHITS now fall out?
So I want to say, it was like around when my, like 2010. Yeah, it had to be because my dad was of 2009. We went to Yankee. They helped me. Oh, no, don't get it twisted. I be the opera in my family. So now me, the whole thing supposed to fall on top. You understand? You know, I get family, but at the end of the day, the responsibility of burying your father as the first son is your responsibility. MOHITS gave me 1 million naira, you know, in support of burying my dad, you know. But that ended
How
up
much did
being...
Storm Records give you?
I don't leave Storm Records by that time.
Oh, yeah. But let me ask you, did you make any money at all working with
Zero.
No show? Did they book you any shows?
Okay, so Now, from shows, I did make some money. I did make some money from shows, right? But when we're talking about money, for example, my first album, till today, I ain't see 1 penny from my first album. Tijo promoted my first album. Tijo paid money on my first album because me and Tijo have spoken post that. He paid money on my first album twice. I ain't see no money from my first album. I ain't see 1 kobo. Performing, most of my performances from the beginning were promo performances. When I started getting paid, like, it was always some funny kind of money initially, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't see no real money. I ain't see no real money. There was more fame than, you know, than dough. But I looked at it like we building. We're building. So nothing, no biggie. But second album, don't forget my first album had 17 tracks on it. It was supposed to be a double album because I had 30 songs already ready for my first album, but they said no. So 17 tracks on it. 17 tracks on it. 1 track produced by Big Lo, may his soul rest in peace. 1 track produced by Don Jazzy. I love the way that you do, featuring the band. Every other track on that album, I produced myself. I was a producer. I am a producer.
Oh,
do you understand?
wow, I didn't know that about you. So what instrument do you play?
The keyboard, bro. I'm not an instrumentalist. I don't play drums and all that one, but I learned how to produce on the Triton, the Trinity. I learned how to produce on MPCs. I learned how to produce. I learned how to put music together. You get me?
So
I got taught how to produce.
Where did you learn how to produce music?
When I was still living in America, Carlos Hassan, Big Dog, my OG, my triple OG.
You can play, at least you can play keyboard, piano, you can play keyboard strings.
By ear. Everything you heard on my album, my name, Son of the Soil, I produced myself from scratch to the end. Apart from Don Jazzy's track and Big Lo's track, everything. My new song that I just dropped, what's it called, with Jesse Jaggs and Scales. Now me produce that jam now. I just say make I lean back from production, make I allow myself enter into other people's world because like I say I don't close myself off. That was on my second album. I went in, I was like, man, produce from anybody, everybody produce for me, anybody produce for me. Anybody. Don Jazzy produced Like You. Don Jazzy produced Wind and Well. I produced a couple of songs. Zella produced a lot of songs. VC Perez, TY Mix, you know, Sound Sultan, bro. That second album was, this thing pay me. That second album, man, was supposed to go so far, right? But it kept on getting stifled. The second album, Mo do album work now, Mo do photo shoots. There's no money for it. We're gonna have to figure it out. Album 1 drop now. I need mixing. I need to pay for mixing. There's no money. You're going to have to mix. But I now noticed that there was beginning to become some kind of a shift in energy where it was like, I'm just come out and say it, man. It seemed like I was no more part of the family.
That's the MOHITS family or the Storm family?
The Storm family, the Chikwe Asika family. It seemed like I was no longer part of that. Nato and I had a big fallout in London. Cecil Hammond was privy to that. I almost knocked his ass out at the hotel when we were waiting for Nduka Obabina to come out and address us when we went to go and do show at Royal Albert Hall, where me, Asha, Two-Face, and D'banj and Olisa Adibois went to the man's hotel. I believe it was the Dorchester, and we sat all in the lobby with Maki, Shoyinka. You remember that name? Yeah. We all sat there waiting for Baba to come down. Baba no agree come down. We sat there, but Nato was now vexing for me that I was following D'banj like I was following the band. I wasn't following the band. I was protecting our money. I was chasing our money. And at the end of the day, guess what Ikechukwu had to do when Ikechukwu finally ended up meeting with Unduka in his suite? I was there with the band and Don Jazzy. And Unduka said, listen, I don't have your cash here, okay? But I have it in Lagos. What I can do for you now, Getty, put who's going to go to Nigeria? Who's going to go to Nigeria? I said, Baba, me, I'll go. As long as it's return ticket, I'll go. I got to put him on a flight tonight. He can go to Nigeria and get his money at the office. And so I enter plane, go Nigeria, just to collect my payment and NATO's payment. You hear me? Okay. Meanwhile, NATO fight me for that London. After that, me and NATO, we no talk for a while. After that show, we no talk for a while. I'll tell you right now, me and NATO don't even speak right now.
What happened?
And we were good not too long ago. So let's fast forward to this whole music masters, uploading, controlling, downloading stuff. I've been begging Obi Asika for years, directly through his lawyer Tunde Laoye and several other friends, close friends of him. Please stop representing my music, pull my music down. You're doing it illegally. We never had a contract in place. Stop. When we finally had a sit down, I was very, very peaceful. I went to this man's house. Me and his wife used to be so tight. Me and Yates, we used to be so tight. Every time Yates sees me, she'd be like, Kills, you don't even come to the house. She doesn't even call me Kills. She's one of the few people in the world that know to call me E. Close friend. Like, E, I don't like this, E. Like, come on. And guess what? I always used to soften up because now me be soft guy now. I love everybody. I love Obi Asika. Like, do you understand? Now, I sat down with Obi. Obi was like, yeah, that he's got a few things working, you know, this, that. Don't worry that he's going to take care of this, take care of that. Oh, the music. He's never had the music. He would never touch my music. You know, so myself can't they believe now. But then when the man go, can't they blow me off? And then I can't they check my music. I can't they still they see on YouTube Orchard and Storm Records, my music over. It's not me that uploaded the music. I have no car. They vex me. Do you understand? It vex me. And this year after year after year after year, I remember running into him at a film gala at Muson Center. Il Bliss was there. I still have pictures to prove that meeting. And his wife jacked him in front of me. What's up? Good. E is here. What is he saying that you owe him money? Oh, he's like, I don't know, what, like $2,000 or something. I said, Baba, at least now the first time you admit, say you owe me money. See, you can keep the money. Just let go of my product, yo. Just free my product. Yeah, Kills, don't worry, we'll take care of that. It's no big deal. I said, love. We even took pictures together after that conversation. Me, him, and Il Bliss, me and him. Il Bliss was right there too. You know what I mean? What happened after that? Nothing. Music's still up left and right. I'm like, and it's not even being promoted. So it's like you're just stifling me. One random day like this, fast forward, one random day like this, I saw Yates at Bolivar. And I went off on her. I was like, no, don't call me. You that said that you help me. What kind of nonsense? See what your husband is doing after you call himself my brother. Then he will now go out and use my reactions to what he has done to me to say, oh, Ike is so emotional. He's so, you know, he's hard to work with. You know? I'm like, come on, man. You know, Obi used to call himself from day one. Do you know what he used to call himself? MOG.
What?
MOG.
What does that mean?
Master of Game. Obi not a lawyer now. You didn't know? Didn't you know he was a lawyer? Obi studied law. Obi is a lawyer by trade. Yeah. And you know who his daddy was, right? I'll leave that for another day. Moving forward. So after I freaked out on her, right? She was like, no, we're going to get to the bottom of this, right? And I'm like, it's getting hot inside here, sir. I'm like, see, I'm a peaceful man, but if you push me a little too far, I will change back from Ike to kills, and I will show you what I'm about. Like I don't need people to be taking from me what's mine. You get me? I'm still a cool brother. I can be cool. Just show love, and I'm gonna show you love back. But the minute you feel like, anyway, so you get one day where I did London when I still there inside the marriage we no work.
Oh, your marriage is over.
Baba, stop and you Sabina, you also on phone like say what did they do you? What did they do you?
Can I say it? Your
Yes.
ex called me one day out of the blues, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
literally went off on me.
Don't sugarcoat. She said what?
I don't remember what happened, but she just went off on me. I don't know what comment I made. And I'm like, Ikechukwu, what's going on?
You know,
I don't know
sometimes
where she got my number from. So I just saw this random call.
No be me give am o.
Wife or something.
No be me give am o.
So how did she get it?
Me go be maybe that her good friend Chini Love, the producer, will be a major part of the scattering of our wedding, our marriage.
What happened? Well, tell us.
That's another story for another day. But we stay with this movie story.
And we have just 5 more minutes because Instagram's gonna cut me off. So this is the juice I want to listen to. What happened between you and your wife?
Irreconcilable differences.
Who cheated on who?
Cheating no will be problem. Cheating. Come on. I'm the number one guy that will tell you, instead of cheating on a relationship, scatter the relationship and go your single way and have what you want. Instead of being inside the relationship and cheating. Serious relationship. If you are playing around, then okay, then nobody is cheating on anybody because everybody is playing around. But if you're inside serious relationship, seriously, talk less of marriage. Chill now. I did try. So what
happened? What was this irreconcilable difference? Somebody juju, because now waiting they hear they scatter marriage.
There was too much gaslighting, too much looking for fault, too much listening to random people who don't know you. They tell you nonsense, and then just a very, very, very messed up complex. A very, very messed up complex. Me, I no get time for madness, but when I'm in love, I be woman rapper. You self, you know that one.
I know.
When I'm in love, I be woman rapper. So sometimes the things where kills the soji sharp to nod of Ike, they ignore them. They give them benefits of the doubt. They create reason for why the things they justified to happen. And at one point, Ike just couldn't deal anymore. So Kills had to come in and protect him. And when Kills came to protect Ike, I guess Shorty realized how she had taken Ike for granted because she didn't like Kills. She didn't like Kills. Kills no they stand. Kills they tell people truth straight up. Ike they like to pamper or be conservative with his communication and stuff like that. But trust me, I tried. You have no say I tried. You just won't make her talk like this. But I tried. I gave it every single thing that I could possibly give.
Whatever you told me in private.
Yes, sir.
Unless you say it with your mouth in public, I can only prod you to say it. I cannot say it on your behalf.
Baba, the woman try emasculate me. They were always making me feel like I wasn't enough. I wasn't good enough.
Meanwhile, before her, you were in a serious relationship with one very fine mixed race girl in Nigeria.
That was a very long time ago, bro.
Tell us about it. It's not too long to be talked about. It's still in your history.
But that one, I was constantly being accused of cheating, so I would run back to London with gifts. I was constantly under attack. Yeah, this. Even when I did next to him, I go wake up. You cheated on me. I'm like, I'm right here. Oh, that one, after that one scatter, the best friend come give me the gist, say, for the entire time where I did with that person, the person they cheat on me. Now the reason why the person they always accuse. You know, say people where they cheated, they get guilty conscience gone. You sabi that one, Abi?
Hey!
I can't be like I'm a bot tonight, too. But it's okay.
We have 1 more minute left before they begin to count down.
Count the timer down.
Final thoughts. What are your final thoughts? It's been a wonderful, wonderful 1 hour
listen,
review.
there are a lot of haters in the industry that don't want to see me win. There are lots, not just in the industry, but outside the industry. You know, there are a lot of people that just don't want to see me win because they know when I win, I'm going to make them all look bad. Because when you're a winner, there are certain things that you're supposed to do, not just for the people in your immediate circle, but for your people in general. And I'm that kind of guy. I did beat myself up, say I never do any philanthropic stuff on the level that I want to do, you know? So it's like, bruh, I'm that person that, you see this thing that David has been going around, rising by lifting others. I love it. It's inside. Do you understand? Now, waiting everybody is supposed to do, but everybody, they compete with everybody. And that's what the game has been since day one. Everybody want to compete. They don't want to make you shine. If they see, say, you get the potential to outshine, and they go shun you down. I feel drop names. Make I not drop names.
Drop one.
Then plenty for the industry. Then
drop
plenty
one
for the
name.
industry.
Drop one quick name.
I no need because as I talk am now, everybody wey did this live, we hear me talk am, it get one person we pop for their head. Paka. Yourself.
Who be that person?
You know, they say for your head right now as you talk am. You know the person.
Guys, this is where we draw the curtains. Big shout out to Helen Paul. Helen Paul is in the comment section.
Hello, Jew baby, I see you.
Oh, Jew baby is also there. Big shout out to you.
This thing way, Instagram they do no good because you know say we never even start.
That's the problem. They always shut me down.
I brought out a bottle of wine for you so that I could open up.
Hey.